Di pala na tinuro. Mag-invite tayo ng random. Oh my gosh. Kaya ko ba? Paskong Pasko yun, ah. I submitted the sticker you requested last time. Hindi ko nakita. Nag-check ako eh. Meron ba siya dito? Wait. Inantok ako bigla. Aga ko na kasi matulog ngayon eh. I saw you sa Uptown. Kailan? Kuya Ben, I wanna be friends with you. Invite mo ako sa debo. Thank you, Yeka. Nag-aalaga lang ako ng anak. Updated ako sa lahat. Gusto ko mag-invite ng stranger. Kaso ang weird kasi pag gusto mo na umalis, tas kailangan siya yung umalis. Hindi ba pwedeng ikaw yung umalis? Let's go. Kuya, invite po kita sa debut ko. Sure. Sure. Wala kayo dyan. $1,866 days of following you. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, May. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas po sa inyong lahat. I think everybody's very occupied now to, like with their families. Tayong mga bored at mag-isa. Yung mga mag-isa dyan, I'll keep you company for tonight. Nag-expire kasi kuya kaya submit ko ulit. Okay. Sige po. Thank you, James. Ako nagpaskong bagong hiwalay. Ay. Deserve mo ng best. May reason naman sa lahat. Ba't nyo naman tinaon ng Pasko kasi? Ampo, very nice nito. I met him nung live for Lux Beauty with Madam Ana Maga. Plastic lang ako nun. Kailangan ko kasi ng pera. Hindi. Work Manong Ben. OFW life. Okay, sino yung mga OFW dito, guys? Ako kasama ko Pasko kanina. Sa Pasko mo rin talaga tinaon yung mga ganyan. Sige, okay lang. Habang hindi pa nagno-New Year, lahat ng mga hindi dapat talagang ma-expect na gawin nyo na, ha? Thank you kasi nag-live ka this Christmas. Yes, sharing Christmas spirit with you guys. With a full tummy. Parang pang spa naman to. Yung Oh Holy Night naman pang Nuat Thai. Si Rin and Eljon and Cathy of W. Diba? Mukhang pang Nuat Thai yung ng masahe. Water, sir? Tea? Chachi, thank you. Eto ako lang ba yung pagka minamasahe? Yung pag nakaharap na? Ayoko. Kasi pag hinahagod, parang ang weird nung feeling. Parang mas gusto ko yung sa likod. Anong pressure? Dati akala ko okay ako sa hard na pressure. Tapos feeling ko medium, may ganun ba? Feeling ko moderate lang. Kasi nung nagpa-hard ako parang, tapos alam mo yung ganito yung itsura nung ganito yung itsura, diba? Tapos yung itsura ko pag hard, ganon. So, I think moderate lang yung pressure. Hindi ko kaya ng sobrang... Always fine is the right horse open sleigh. Pwede lang kasi mamili ng mga ka-live. Oh, jingle bell. Hi, Gob. Saan mo nabili ang blue lights mo? TikTok shop lang siya, guys. Nakalimutan ko yung shop. Ay, alam mo magandang gawin? Wait. Basahin natin yung cards na binili ko ngayong Christmas. But we're not gonna make it super dramatic. I believe in life. Hanapin ko muna kayo. Merry Christmas! I think in life, kaya naman nating gawing masaya kahit medyo dramatic ang isang scenario. Correct? Busog ko. If you were to write ayoko yan, dramatic yan. Ito na, Tagalog. Hindi kailanman huli ang lahat para magsimula. Kahit sa mga liham na hindi na isusulat, ang puso mo ay may kakayahang magpahayag ng nararamdaman. Ay, advice pala to. Kala ko may question yun. Pakayag sa ibang card. Eto. Para sa'yo to i-dedicate ko sa'yo to. Our parents may not be perfect, but hey, you have the power to break the cycle. Choose kindness. Parang para sa akin to. Tama. Hindi perfect yung parents natin and hindi naman nila din feeling ko kasi ito yung na-experience ko ngayon. Parang ang dami kong kailangan i-word na maayos. Parang ang dami kong hinanakit. Pero yung mga hinanakit na to, although valid, I try to defend myself dahil iba ang kinalakihan ng mga parents natin. But of course, there will always be a chance for us to break the cycle. So, sabi nga nila, you can always be the person that you want to become. Or you can always be the person or the parent that you wish you have had. So, yun yung naging motivation ko ngayon. Is to be the best parent I can be. And to be the parent that I wish I have had. Not that I'm saying, because I love my parents. It's just that I can do parenting my way. Wala palang glass yung eyeglasses mo. What's something your parents did na hindi mo magagawa to your future kids? Bakit about parents to? May change topic tayo. Pang inuman to eh. Ito, para sa inyo to. Anong ginagawa mo para mapanalitiling Anong ginagawa mo para mapanaliti Anong ginagawa mo para Spy ka ba? Ano ang ginagawa mo para mapanatili ang balanse sa buhay kahit hindi madali? Anong ginagawa mo para mapanatili? Huy! Ann Curtis! Umalis ka sa katawan ko, Ann. Miss Ann. Anong ginagawa mo para mapanatili ang balanse sa buhay mo kahit hindi madali? Like how to have your peace, ganun ba yun? Because as this says, balance is all about making time for what's important. Hindi kailangan perfect, basta you are trying. And ang ginagawa ko para mapanatili ang balanse sa buhay ko, I think yun talaga yung pinaka natutunan ko, yung hindi ko i-take lahat personally. Kasi kapag you're in a room full of people you hate or full of people who annoy you so bad, the only thing you can do is to not take everything personally, such as when you're in that place, isipin mo na lang na may mga kinikilos silang insensitive, pero labas ka na doon, or like hindi mo na yun problema. Diba? Like, hindi mo kailangan maging apektado sa lahat. That's how you maintain balance in your life. If you're always affected by the littlest, the smallest things, then you will never be able to find balance, let alone achieve peace, you know? Kaya yun, mapananatili. Hindi ko ma-pronounce yun. Dati ang di ko yung natutunan. Hindi, napanalalunan. Ano yung napanalunan yun? Hindi ko pa rin pala napanalalunan mo. Magkakaroon ba ng travel with Papa 2025? Ay, yes. Claiming it. Gusto ko magkaroon naman kami ng time together na kami lang. Ngayon kasi dami kong kahati sa time sa kanya. Which hindi ako nagrereklamo. Kasi nga, parang the reason why I moved here is to hit many birds in one stone. But now, it feels like sometimes it must be good to just spend time together as father and son. May mga brand na bang kumuha kay Bao Pao? Meron na since pinanganak siya. Ayoko pa lang. Siguro next year. Gusto ko i-enjoy lang yung moment with him. Pansin nyo, lahat ng mga post ko sa kanya, walang brands. Walang promotion. Wala namang din masama dun. Next year siguro. Gusto ko ngayon solo ko lang siya. Parang, pati ako hindi rin ako sobrang... Gets nyo ba? If you take everything seriously kasi at dinamdam mo siya, parang hinayaan mong kainin ka ng mundo. Ay, galing! Grabe talaga si Rin, Mr. Rin. Ay, dito talaga humikap. Siguro kung magkakaroon ng... Personally, ako, ang dream brand na hindi ko pa nakaka-work, siguro yung mga sports brand such as Lululemon, Nike, Adidas. I have worked with Adidas before and New Balance, pero little projects, but it must be good to work with them. Like work. New Year na ba? Nag-New Year's resolution na? Kayo, anong New Year's resolution nyo? Teka, ang lungkot naman itong Nuatay playlist na to. Come to Menzil community in YouTube. Hindi na i-invalidate ang sarili. Tama yan. Any tips sa mga gustong mag-ipon pero magastos? I think you already know. na-spot mo na already yung problem. So, to rephrase your question, paano bawasan ang pagiging magastos? Mababawasan mo yung pagiging magastos kapag inumpisahan mo dun sa mga bagay na hindi mo napapansin na nag-accumulate. For example, everyday nagkakape ka, pwede namang magbaon ka na lang na instant coffee, i-tumbler mo na lang. But of course, ayaw mo yun kasi gusto mo yung feeling na nagsa-Starbucks ka or nagme-milk tea ka because it gives you a beautiful feeling. I love the feeling na bumalabas ka, drive-thru ka, or the take out ka ng drink, ganun. But try to take it out and you would be surprised na you have actually saved 5,000 per month or 4,000 per month. Amazing. Paano naman daw yun mangyayari? Kung ang hobby ko ay mahilig talaga ako mag-Starbucks mahilig talaga akong bumili sa McDo coffee Ang ginawa ko dyan dati, although ngayon kasi mabili pa rin ako, pero one way to try to fight that is to buy a tumbler that you enjoy drinking from. I figured out na mas nakakainom ako ng tubig kapag ka-clear yung lalagyan. So yung nakita nyo kanina, yung Vrix shaker, minsan doon ako nilalagay ng water so that I would know how much I have drunk already, what kind of drink I am drinking, and how easy I'm drinking it. Doon, mas nakikita ko kung anong ginagawa ko. Or like, before, may nagregalo sa akin last time Ito, diba? Yung mga ganito, na may straw. It gives you the feeling na parang bumili ka ng drink. And at the same time, you can put whatever you can put there. Ayun. The same as gusto mo maging hydrated the whole day, you would buy a huge container and drink your water from there. Ganon. Pwede ka kasing, nasa sayo naman paano mo sa strategize yan But the question is, ang tanong mo, gusto mong, mabawasan yung pagiging magastos mo. Ang tanong mo ay, paano mabawasan yung pagiging magastos? Pero dapat ang tanong mo sa sarili mo ay, gusto mo ba talagang gawan ng paraan o hindi? Kasi kung puro salita, more struggle lang siya. I'll be next to you. May plano ka bang sundan si Pau Pau? Oo naman. Gusto ko magka-daughter. Gusto ko siguro max 4 or 5. I wanna have a daughter. I also wanna adopt. Pero I think magagawa ko yan lahat pag sobrang settled na ako with a partner also. Kasi ngayon, I just wanna enjoy my time with Pau Pau. After kong magkaroon ng anak, sobrang lumambot yung heart ko sa lahat ng mga bata. Kahit anak ng ibang tao, ganun. Like, I bet if I go to an orphanage now, I'm gonna cry. Parang ganun. Sobrang sure ako dun. And I really wish and I really hope I would be able to adopt one day. If not, at least try to be a foster parent. I feel like in the Philippines, I think nagsa-start na mag-foster parenting, no? But if not, I feel like that's one route na we can take. Kung hindi ka sure kung kaya mo maging parent but you wanna help. Kasi valid enough naman na gusto mong i-explore yung yung capability mo. But hindi ko alam kung bakit walang foster parenting before. Baka kasi yung iba pangit naman nga tignan na trial and error lang maging parent, diba ganun? Kasi commitment talaga magka-child. Although sa point of view ko naman, unfair din yun sa ibang mga bata na after nilang ma-adopt, namamaltrato sila, ganun. So, I feel like kailangan meron din silang assurance and security that the foster home is secure and a safe place to live in. Am I making sense? Pero noon po, mahilig ka na ba sa Dati, kahit nakikipag-hangout ako sa barkada ko, doon lang ako sa anak nila nakatambay. Parang I've always had a soft spot for kids, and feeling ko yun din sa akin. Yun din nag-push sa akin mag-mentor. Started with Juby and Sean, with Hans and Harold. Si Marvin Foss din sana, kaso naging tropa ko eh. Pero alam mo yun, feeling ko nag-start yun dahil probably when I was little kid, I felt like I wished I had a mentor or I had a more involvement when it comes to nurturing. Kasi my parents, ang galing nila ang galing nila mag-alaga. Pero nurturing in that kind of sense na open communication, sharing of knowledge, we didn't get to have that because life was super tough before. Jongmin! 안녕하세요. Hello, Jongmin, super famous in Korea. 감사합니다. Thank you. Ala, ang dami! Thank you! Oh! Thank you. Uy! 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 Thank you, Jongmin. Ilang taon si Pao Pao bago sundan? Hindi ko sure. I think I don't know. Thank you, Jongmin. Uy! Oh! Thank you. Kumaoyo. Thank you. Sundan. Siguro pag hindi ko alam. Ang gulat kayo, next month may anak na ako ulit. Ay! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Jongmin. Thank you. Say thank you, Jongmin, guys. Thank you. Nasa klase yarn. Say thank you. He's super kind. My friend. Jongmin is in Seoul, right? Are you in Seoul? Nagulat din ako. Yung mga mayayaman nating friend sa... Follow Jongmin, guys. Follow him. Thank you. Open ka ba if Pao Pao gets an endorsement for baby product? Oo naman. Pero in the future siguro. Ayoko kasi na basta-basta din. Parang... I don't know. I'm just so protective of him now. And I feel like... I don't know. Maybe next year, hopefully. Pansin nyo nga, mga baby brands ko, ako nagpo-promote. Kasi, ewan ko, hindi ko ma-explain yung feeling. Like RTW. Ready to wear? Aray. Gusto ko magka-daughter talaga. Feeling ko pag nagka-daughter ako, malambing din. Although ngayon si Papa, super duper lambing niya ngayon. Kanina, after niya mag-nap, he was napping in his room. Tapos binaba siya ni Yaya. I was cooking. Pinasya sa akin. Tapos nakaganon lang siya. Nire-rest niya yung head niya. Sobra sarap sa feeling. Kaya siguro ayoko pang or wala pa sa isip ko to find a partner and have another child. It's because I feel like ayoko muna ng kahati sa time niya. I mean, sure, you would love equally yung mga anak mo, pero the thought of hindi ko maibigay yung buong mundo or world ko sa kanya and time ko sa kanya now, parang nasasaktan ako. Parang gusto ko yung time ko sa kanya muna. Oh, ibang feeling talaga pag nagka-baby ka. Alam mo, may mga single ba dito na gusto magka-baby? Gawa tayo. I mean, yung feeling nung parenting or being a parent, parang siya. Dati, I was so scared of the dark before. Ngayon, I'm not scared of the dark. Because I am more scared of what my son would feel in the dark. Gets mo? Yung parang dati, hindi ko ma-explain, hindi ko ma-articulate. Single dito, Gota. Oy, Joanne! Maharot! Na-feature yung Christmas shoot niyo ni Papa sa GMA News. So? Really? Pati ko nakita. Baka sa TV or online? I'm still watching Family by Choice and I am on episode 14, which means I have 14, 15, 16. Ayoko pa siya matapos. Sobrang ganda nung series na yun, guys. If gusto niyo ng series to watch, it's via View. It's so good. That's my top 1 now. Iyak ako every episode talaga. Tapos yung iyak na hindi lang yung ganun. Usually kasi pag nagkiki-drama ako, ganun lang. Yung sa makakonta nga sa Family by Choice. Ganito ako, nanood ako. Tapos biglang, popos ko muna. Tapos i-rewind ko pa para maulit yung iyak ko. I-rewind ko pa. Tapos ang ganda niya. Sobrang ganda. I love it. Sana maganda rin yung last 2 episodes, but it's beautiful. Last time I felt like this was when I was watching my memory help. Ano nga yun? Yung kay Mandy Moore and Milo Ventimiglia. Favorite, yun yung number 1 ko. Pero US and yun, series. Ano nga yun? Hindi. This Is Us. This Is Us. That's my number 1 before This Is Us. It's always about family. I have chika po. Uy, ano yan? Ano yan chika mo? Dali, papos ko yung music. Ano yung chika mo? Dali. Saan na yung chika? This Is Us was good, but wala. After This Is Us, I think nung nag-K-drama na ako, nung pandemic lang ako nag-start mag-Korean thing eh. Dati buisit ako sa mga sa mga Asians. Dati sobrang nilaman ako ng Western culture. Hi. Akala ko may sabihin ka. Nilaman ako ng Western culture before. Until pandemic, I started watching Run BTS because I saw Run BTS on TikTok. Nakilala ko isa-isa ng mga BTS members. Friends, nakilala ko sila online. Tapos, doon ko na pinakinggan yung music nila. Kahit di ko pa memorize yung face nila. Tapos yun, Run BTS first and then the music and then their itsura. Parang yung Rise, kasi Rise, nauna kong na-discover yung music nila bago yung itsura nila. Anyway, my point is, nag-start yung Korean culture, pop culture, fanatic phase ko nung pandemic. And then nag-K-drama ako ulit. I loved, what was that? I loved ano ba yung title? Startup. Ang galing nyo ah. Grabe. Okay, so Startup. Yun, naiyak din ako sa Startup. And then Hi Bye Mama. Lahat ng may mga family theme. Like sa Startup, diba si Kim Son Ho, tsaka yung grandma. Sa Hi Bye Mama, yung mommy and yung daughter and the husband. And Itaewon Class, maganda din. Reply 1988. Yun yung last na iniyakan ko. Pero hindi ko na nagustuhan yung ending kasi mas gusto ko magkatuluyan sila nung hindi si Park Bogum. Yung isa, si Sandara Park. Yung isang guy. Mas team ako dun sa isang guy. And then this one is super, super nice. Yung Family by Choice. I just hoped wala akong i-hope pa. Hindi po ba kayo in-update ang GMA News kapag fi-feature? Hindi. Kailangan ba? Pag ganun. I mean, pinut out ko naman in pub. I think pag yung content na pinut out mo in public, okay lang naman. I'm not sure. The Good Bad Mother, yun ba yun? Yung kay Ido, yun ba yun? Yun ba yun? Yung may baboy na silang alaga. Pinanood ko rin yun. Hindi, Good Bad Mother ba yung title nun? Yeah. Maganda din yun. Maganda rin yun. Naiyak din ako dun. Pero I think talagang simula pa lang wala nang value add sa buhay mo eh. Ito na yung lagi kong sinasabi na may misunderstand nung iba. Value add sa life mo, lahat may value add sa life mo. Your friends have value add sa life mo. Your family, your loved ones. The moment na wala na siyang value sa'yo, ibig sabihin nun, pinipilit mo na lang yung relationship. The point is, you should know and determine sino yung worth it i-keep at hindi. Kasi kahit 12 years of relationship yan, pero behind your back, happy siya na nahihila ka pababa, or hindi siya happy pag nasa taas ka, siya nasa baba lang, hindi yun, you know, it's not there to stay. Minsan parang ayaw ko na sa friends ko. I feel like I have matured and they haven't. And that's fine. And sometimes baka naman tayo din yung hindi mature. But like I said, if wala na kayo sa same page, it's fine. Malay mo in time mag-cross ulit yung path nyo. Maging sobrang close kayo ulit. But at the present, if you don't have value to each other and you don't support each other unconditionally, it's just a label then. You know, it's pure label. Hindi sa lahat ng bagay dapat label lang mahalaga. Para ako nasa guidance. Oh. Kayo kasi! Ang hinahanap namin chismis eh. Lalo na pag hindi align yung mga bagay-bagay between the two of you, you need to grow separately. Yes. Sad siya kung isipin mo, like, kunyari ako, kung isipin ko siya nung 20s, late 20s, o 28, 27, 29, ganyan. Mas masasad ako. Ngayon, it's super liberating. I saw one interview of Davao Conyo. Habang tumatanda daw siya, nare-realize niya, buwisit yung mga tao. So, nag-start siya mag-filter ng mga tao sa buhay niya. At ngayon, lumit yung circle niya and he's been happier ever since. And that's what I am doing also. Ilan taon na ba siya? Baka ganun din. Baka same age din kami. Buwisit talaga yung mga tao. Honestly. Maraming mga tao na magugulat ka. Buwisit pala to. Ayun, parang buwisit din pala yun. Or minsan, baka ikaw yung buwisit. So, hindi lang talaga kayo cup of tea ng isa't isa. And that's fine. Kaysa magbuwisitan kayo, piliin mo na lang yung isang circle na, you know, andyan palagi. And okay for your mental health. You know, a relationship is all about, you know, love and peace. If you don't get enough love and peace and support, it's just pure label. Masabi na lang na friend. Masabi na lang na i-invite sa debut. Gusto ko na mag-travel. I wanna go to Korea and Hawaii and Taiwan. What is your hatest country to visit to travel to? I'm just curious. And why? Dito walang discrimination. It's pure experience. What's the hatest country you have traveled to? I hate Hong Kong. I don't like Hong Kong. It's not a country for me because if you're not Cantonese, then majority of people would be rude to you, and I'm saying based on experience. So that's my reason. So what's your least favorite country to visit to? Manila. Uy, be! Huwag naman Manila. India? Why? I wanna visit India. I've never been to India. Si Phil, Korea. Never pa ako naka-experience ng rude in Korea. Although I've heard a lot of stories as well. Yung yung totoong experience guys wag yung discrimination and racism We don't do that here. New Zealand? Why? I'm curious. Alam mo ba, isa yung New Zealand sa inisip ko na migratan na country. Thailand? Ano masasabi niyo kay Versec? Ano yun? Even when amazing people come into your life, it doesn't mean they're meant to stay forever. Yes. Shy? 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 Shy, Shy?
Yes po, sir.
Naka-on yung ilaw doon. Nagbukas ka konti.
Pinatay ko na. Bago na.
On mo na later. Papasok-pasok ako.
Sige po.
See ya. Miss ko na agad yung anak ko. Kakatulog niya lang. Miss ko na siya. Ganun yung feeling. Buong araw ko siya kasama. Tas ngayon na natulog siya. Sabi ko, live muna ako. Kayo muna dyan, Shy. Tas miss ko na siya ulit. Ano? Gusto ko na din mag-migrate, to be honest. Saan ba madalas nang ma-migrate yung mga tao? Dito sa Pilipinas kasi masarap lang kapag may pera ka. Honestly mahal na mahal ko yung Pilipinas pero ang hirap niyang piliin sa lahat ng panahon, sa buong panahon, sa anong term doon? Sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Ang sarap manirahan dito kapag may pera ka. Pero ang hirap piliin dahil how can I say? It's like the environment, the government support, the way of life, even food portions. As basic as that, you know. Ang nega ko ba? Hindi naman ako hindi naman ako sad ngayon. Hindi naman din ako. Like, it's just a realization na ang hirap piliin pag hirap ka sa buhay. Mga tao lang masaya kasama sa Pilipinas. Oh my God, totoo yan. Mga tao lang yung, kung wala akong kaibigan sa Pilipinas, kung wala nagmamahal sa akin sa Pilipinas, matagal ko nang iniwan. Pero there's something about Philippines na it's really the people. It's really the friends. I don't think meron akong magiging kaganitong humor sa ibang country, kundi mga siguro siguro kung nag-migrate ako sa ibang tao, mga close ko, mga Pinoy din. Kasi yung humor kasi natin, yung parang konting pag may Pinoy sa ibang bansa, magkakaintindihan kayo sa diba? Ako, siguro I won't ever choose USA. Parang feeling ko pag may gera, una sila. Yeah, ang hindi ko pipiliin pag na-migrate ako. US, China, ganun. Sabi nila okay daw sa Canada, Australia. Sa Chinese-speaking country, parang di ko kaya. Australia. Bakit okay sa Australia? I heard, I have a friend, yung isa kong best friend na si Sarah, nakatira sa Norway. Super okay ang government support sa mga bata. Like, they barely spend anything, even daycare. So yeah, yung mga Norway, Switzerland, I heard. But although they speak English, they have their own language also. And of course, there will always be discrimination between the natives and the new immigrants. So hirap ng buhay, no? Yan na lang ang take away ko. Putik, hirap ng buhay. Kung ganitong effort ng trabaho yung ginagawa ko sa isang bansa na talagang first world, magandang government support, feeling ko sobrang okay yung mental health ko. Pero dito, kulang ang trabaho. Kulang ang isang daytime job para makabuhay ng isang pamilya, maka-support ng bahay, healthcare. We don't have enough government support. We don't have good environment, especially in the metro. Jogging ka lang sa labas, pag uwi mo sa bahay, sisinga ka ng black. Itim na yung nasinga mo. Ilang beses ako nag-rant. Feeling ko ang mga magsasabi na mali ka, hindi totoo yung sinasabi mo, masaya sa Pilipinas. Yung mga out of touch na lang talaga na napamanahan ng pera siguro. As an OFW, ramdam namin yan. Laban lang talaga ang lungkot. Bakit? Aside from the fact na malayo yung family mo, bakit ka nalulungkot as an OFW? Is it because iba ang quality of friends doon? Or is it pure because, tanda-tanda mo na hanggang live ka na lang. B, nakabili ako ng kondo, naging tatay ako sa anak ko, nasusuportahan ko siya, ikaw naka-dummy account. Sino lugi? Ipal ka dyan eh. Nakalimutan ko sinasabi ko tuloy. My dad... Inside OFW. Oo nga. Ano yung... Actually, naka-curious ako. Kasi parang feeling ko, one of these days, di naman, if nag-migrate ako, baka yan din ang ma-feel ko. Lungkot din siguro. way of living. Deserve ni Benji lumabas sa ganyang klaseng comment. Paano kaya ang buhay ng basher na puro hate comment? Naniniwala talaga ako sa karma. Kasi sobrang lungkot ng life mo talaga for you to be able to create an account and try to hate someone. Naiihina pa. Sena. Why are you glowing? Uy, totoo ah. Totoo talaga siya. You have to try. Wala akong yellow basket pero you have to try. High cost of living and super high taxes here in Canada. Really? If that's the case, do you still earn more than what you could have earned here in the Philippines? Like, is there any regret? Or no naman? It's just higher lang yung binabayaran dun, but higher revenue also. No regret? I think yun actually ang pinaka tinitingnan ko Canada talaga, and Australia kasi magkaka-accent ka eh. Hello. For today's live, I'm gonna get a bottle of water. And I heard sa Canada friendlier compared to other Western countries. $200 lang one day work. How can it sustain the whole day? Ano yan? Saan galing yan? 200 a day. In the Philippines, what kind of work? That's super below minimum wage. Ayaw mo mag-London, kuya? Ayoko kasi iba ata language doon. Switzerland, iba din ang language doon. Parang hindi ko na kaya mag-aral pa ng language. Parang last ko na yung Korean language. Parang if nag-aral pa ako ng language, malilito na ako kung sino ako. Parang, although if I'm gonna learn a language, probably French or Spanish. Private school teacher, 300 per day? Really? In the province? Magkano ang minimum wage sa province? $500. Kasi, no, in Manila, minimum wage. $6.45 na ang minimum wage. Nung working pa ako, 500 plus. Ngayon, 10 years ago, it was 500 plus. Ngayon, 600 plus. If you're gonna eat out in a restaurant, one dish, 300 plus, 400, 500. Let's say, wait, how much is dollars now? $1 to peso. $1 is 58.6 pesos. Let's say 58. Sarado natin 58 pesos. Ang minimum wage natin 600. Okay, sarado na natin 60 pesos yung dollar kunyari. So, 600 pesos yung minimum wage. So, in one day of labor, you earn 600 pesos. That's $10. Badly put. In the States, per hour wage, minimum, $12 per hour. 10 to 12, 8 to 12, whatever. Let's say 10. Let's say ang buong araw na sweldo mo dito, literally an hour of your sweldo in the States. Times how many hours? 6 to 8 hours. My gosh. Ang lala ng Pilipinas. Government healthcare coverage is good here though. We pay high taxes but we get back via healthcare. I haven't checked. Hopefully. Imagine mo, kaya nagtitiis yung mga OFW natin sa ibang bansa. Kasi yung buong araw na trabaho dito, 1 oras lang doon. Kung ako, tatiisin ko yung lungkot ko talaga at mag-earn na lang ako ng madami abroad para mas masustentuhan ko yung mga pamilya ko dito. Diba? Wala, ang nega ko na ba? Sorry na. Iniisip ko kasi, grabe, we have a long way to go. Diba? Alam mo yung pagod mo dito pag nagtrabaho ka. Let's say nag-corporate ako dati. Yung commute mo pa lang, alisin mo yung 8 hours of work. Itsahin mo yan. Yung commute ko, 1 hour, 2 hours, let's say in one day, 3 hours yung minimum yun Dati ako. Bulacan, Valenzuela, to Rockwell. 1 hour travel pwede kung gumising ka 5 a.m. Pero ang office hours mo 9. Shit. So, let's say your whole day, you spend 15, let's say 12 hours. 12 hours of your day, including yung travel, yung kain, yung gising. My God, 1 oras lang yan sa ibang country. Ako na yung naaawa sa ibang tao na gets mo yun? Yung bagsak na yung katawan. Tas pag nag-request yung anak nila sa kanila na mag-eat out sa birthday, talagang isa-sacrifice nila yun. Pag-iipunan, ganun. Tas magtatrabaho ulit. Oh my God, ang hirap ng buhay! Naalala ko. Swerte pa ako corporate world ako dati. Tas mataas sweldo ko nun. Sa isang buwan, nakakaipon ako ng 45k yung sweldo ko nun. Less tax, 30k. 32k. Rent ako nun, 5k. Rockwell ako, diba? Backwell ako nakatira sa likod ng Rockwell. So, 32k minus rent na 5k. 27k. 27k, yung bayad mo pa sa bill mo, sa electric bill, sa Globe, sa water. Tapos 10,000 automatic sa nanay ko. Yun yung devotion ko dati Yun yung sacrifice ko dati to support the family. 10k ng sweldo ko automatic sa bahay. Natitira sa akin 15K or less. Tapos, naalala ko, birthday ng nanay ko, never siya nagkaroon ng smartphone. Binilan ko siya ng iPhone. Kasi sa mga magpipinsan, lahat ng mga nanay, ng mga pinsan ko naka-iPhone. Siya na lang din naka-iPhone. So, binilan ko siya ng iPhone. Yung iPhone nun, magkano? 50K? 60K? So, yung 60K na yun, 6 na buwan na ipon ko. So, yung 6 na buwan na ipon ko na yun, dugot pawis, binigay ko na regalo sa kanya. Tapos, na-realize ko, kung sa ibang bansa ako nagtrabaho, kayang-kaya kong bilhin yun, tapos naka-LV pa ako. It's new. Nung nag-Hawaii ako, yung mga employees dun naka-LV. Kasi yan, LV would cost you $2,000 and how isang buwan lang meron ka ng $2,000. But housing cost is also high. A regular bedroom house is 800K average. Yeah, if you're gonna buy. Mahal. Totoo naman din. But I feel like you can buy more when you're working abroad. Because here, let's say, if I stayed in my job before, I would have been promoted by now. But I would probably save how much per month? 15K, 20K. By the year ends, I'd be able to save 100K on 150K. Let's say I'm not gonna spend anything for my family. No rewards, no travel, no splurging. Let's say 100K. Kailan ako makakabili ng house, ng condo, studio unit? Kailan? Paminsan si Papa binibigay pa yung pagkain na para sa kanya. Makita lang daw na masaya kami. Grabe no. Grabe yung parents no. But there's hope because I feel like hindi naman siguro nagiging pababa ang growth ng mga countries. It's always pataas. So I think Philippines naman is continuously growing. So there are a lot of job opportunities naman every year. Mas sad lang ako siguro dun sa mga napag-iwanan ng technology. Because when I worked in corporate before, nahihirapan yung mga boomers na hindi pa retired. Dahil wala pang Gen Z nun ha. I mean, nandun, pero hindi pa sila working. Nasa school pa. Before millennials, nung nag-corporate ang millennials were rocking the corporate world. They were top of the game, competitive. We were very, very competent. So, syempre, threatened yung mga walang alam sa Excel, sa dati, ganon. So, doon ako naawa dati. But of course, it comes with growth. Learning comes with growth. Yun naman yung bigger picture na, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Ganon. At the end of the tunnel. Nagsabi mo, Ben. Grabe no, minimum housing sa US, 800K. Let's say 1 million. Nung nag-Hawaii ako, 1 million to 1.5 million. Magkano na yun sa Pilipinas? 70 million sa sa bahay. Dito mansion na yun. May pros and cons talaga. In short, ang sarap sa Pilipinas pag sobrang dami mong pera na kinukuha sa mamamayan. Tapos naging senador. Tapos di mo alam saan mapunta yung tax. Tapos dati kang artist. Huwag kayong mag-SR That's why they rent to own condos. Hindi ko din alam eh. May mga real estate expert pa dyan. Hindi ko kasi alam kung wise mag-rent to own. Because I think ang rent to own, malala ang interest talaga nun. Like, more than the SRP of the real estate, the property. I think, by the time na na-own mo yung nire-rent to own mo, siguro twice the price na yung binayad mo. Totoo ba na kapag sa ibang bansa, 80 plus na grade is honor na? Totoo ba? Naalala ko nung high school ako, 74 yung bagsak namin. Ganun pa rin ba hanggang ngayon? Best to earn in dollars and spend in pesos. Yes! Oh my God, yes! How kaya? Dati, stress na stress ako pag magkakaroon ako ng below 75, 74 bagsak na yun, di ba? Ganun pa rin pala ngayon. Nag-repeat kasi ako ng grade 1 kasi bagsak ako sa Civica tsaka sa Filipino. Ngayon, para prop na lang ako ng Filipino. So, mga chicas na malapit kahit saan ako dumaya, alam nila kung gano'n ako at sige sa... O, diba? Hindi na ako babagsak sa Pilipino. Pero yun, 74 ako dati. 73 sa Civica. Oo guys, ano akala nyo sa akin? Honor student? Hindi ah. Nag-honor lang ako nung third year high school. Tuminutino ako nung third year high school, fourth year high school kasi binaha kami. So, nawalan kami ng bahay. So, pinatira kami sa temple. Tapos wala kami ginagawa doon. Walang internet, wala kaming laptop. May internet, walang laptop, walang cellphone. Aral lang. Alala ko, kinuwento ko na ata sa live to dati, alala ko pinaplansya ko lagi yung yung mga textbook na nabaha. Para matuyo. Effective yun. Yung mga kanya nabasa yung libro, plansyahin mo per page. Matutuyo talaga siya. Doon ako nag-start. Biglang alala ko kasi, nung hindi pa ako honor student, since grade 6, 40 kami sa class. I would always be in the first half. Mga 16, ganun. Alala ko 16 ako eh. Nagka-time na 16 ako. 16, 17, honor, ganyan. Pero nung nabaha kami, tapos wala akong ginawa kundi mag-aral, bigla ako nag-jump top 2. In short, kailangan lang talaga mag-review para magkaroon ng good score. Mag-aral. Oh, laki nung ginump ko nun. Kaso, hindi ako naging kasi last few quarters yun eh. Hindi, dalawang quarter lang pala. No? Ay, quarter, semester lang pala yun nung high school. So, alam mo na ba ang pandiwa? Verb? Ba yun? Kung ang verb ay pandiwa, ang adverb naman ay pang-uri. Ay, ang adjective ay pang-uri. Ang pang-abay. Ay, ganun pala. May panghalip pala. Feeling ko naawa na lang talaga yung Filipino teacher ko eh. Ano nga yung meaning ng adverb? Yung verb is to do something, you know. Like flying, writing, that's verb. What's adverb? What is adverb? Describe verb. Adverb describes verb. Flying. Flying high? Ano? Support yung... Search ko na nga lang. Hindi nyo rin alam, no? What is adverb? Describing the verb. So, kunyari, flying. Ano yung describing flying? Furiously fly. Oh, I get it. Slowly writing. Yung adjective, description yun ng noun or ng object, like beautiful. Tama. Adjective is for the noun. Adverb is for the verb. And my verb is for you. Verb reveal. Okay. So, adverb describes the verb. So, my verb is big. I have a long verb. My verb is veiny. Veinidic. Ay, hindi. Benedict. Ayoko na nga. Nawawala na naman sa branding eh. Ano yung conjunction? Di ba may mga ganun? Conjunction, modifier, persuasive, combine. Ang hirap. Meron pang past participle, present participle. Conjunctions connect words like and, but. So, yung however, conjunction ba yan? Connects, diba? I want to, however, I cannot. Yes, conjunction siya. Tama ako. Ano yung past participle, present participle, future participle? Christmas break talaga. Hindi, mag-aral kayo. Have, has. Yung past participle, di ba ang past is I drove, I wrote, I swam, I flew. Ano yung past participle? Driven. Anong pinagkaiba ng driven sa drove? Alam ko yung usage. I have driven this before. The car that he drove. No, the car that he has driven and the car that he drove. Wait. You have driven me crazy versus there's no such thing as you drove me crazy. Hala, anong pinakaiba nga? Saan ang usage nun? Drove past. Driven past participle. Past participle is a participle that typically expresses completed action. So yung drove hindi completed. Yung drove kasi dinrive niya lang. I have driven. Na-drive na niya. Dinrive na niya. Tapos na. Pero yung drove din naman. Drove kasi nag- eat. Present tense, eat. Past tense, ate. Past participle, eaten. So, walang such thing as present participle and future participle. I have eaten that before. I already ate this. Kakakain lang niya. Sino kumain nun? Who ate that? Oh, have you eaten? Tapos, ano siya i-differentiate? Kasi alam ko yung usage. I have eaten... I ate that food. Nakain ko yung food. Ako kumain ng food. I have eaten that kind of food. Na-try ko yan before. So may past pa. Parang ganun. Past na siya, pinaspas pa. Kaya past participle. Kasi kung past lang siya, I ate. Pero pag pinaspas mo pa, I've eaten. Correct? So, past and past participle. Sana past and past na lang. Gets. Nagets nyo? Kasi nagets ko din eh. Nagre-recall ako ng mga English things. Okay. Ano yung tawag dun sa mga metaphor, simile, personification, irony, ivory, figures of speech. Yung simile is you're shining bright like a diamond. Simile, right? Yung metaphor is evolution ni Caterpie. Metapod pala. Sorry. Metaphor is you're the apple of my eye. Tama. Or like, you're a ball of sunshine. Ganon. Personification, you're dancing like a star. Wait, ano yung personification? Personification. She danced like the wind whispered on my ears, in my ears. The moon smiled at me. Got it. The moon smiled at me. And the stars said goodnight. Ganon. The sun was so angry, he made the earth so hot. Ganon. Personification. Okay. Ano naman yung hyperbole? 3,000. Ano? Hyperbole. May natututunan din ako, guys. Sabi nung isa. So, I guess, nagla-learn din siya. Exaggeration. Hyperbole. I threw up the whole... It's like my tummy was so painful that I puked the entire Pacific Ocean. Ganon. Like, I almost ate the whole cow like that. I was so hungry, I almost ate the whole cow. Ano pa ibang figures of speech? Di ba madami yan? Irony is figures of speech by irony. Oxymoron pa. May oxymoron pa. Irony is like when you find something ironic. Hindi. Ano nga yung irony? Onomatopoeia pa pala. Sige, isa-isahin natin. Ano yung irony? More on the opposite. Irony. Hindi yan figures of speech. Ano yung onomatopoeia? Word or a process of creating a word that imitates or suggests the sound it describes. Oink oink, ganun daw. Someone pressed the doorbell and there was a buzz. Yeah, there was a buzz. There was a ding dong. Someone visited the house and I heard a little ding dong. Ganon. I wanted to travel, so I hopped into the train and the choot choot. Ano yun? Onomatopoeia? May chut-chut. I was craving pork, but then I went to the zoo and saw the pig and he was oink oink, ganon. And the pig was like oink oink. Hindi, I think yung doorbell talaga. I thought I heard a doorbell, but I thought I have mistaken. I thought I was just imagining things, but there was really someone who pressed the doorbell because I heard a buzz sound. Ang haba! Sinekdoki. Sinekdoki. May sinekdoki pa. Nandun na. Okay, wait lang. At least naalala ko yung onomatopoeia. Synecdoche is a figure of speech that uses a part of something to represent the whole, or vice versa. Example, the faces in the crowd. I have so many mouths to feed. Hindi ba parang hyperbole din yun? So many mouths to feed, OA ka. So hyperbole din yan. Hindi. Anong pinagkaiba ng hyperbole sa synecdoche? The captain commands 100 sails. Parang hyperbole din yun eh. Synecdoche is part of a whole hyperbole explanation. Kasi may alliteration pa. May I go? No, sit down. Walang may I go out. Fini-figure out pa natin yung difference ng hyperbole sa synecdoche. Synecdoche versus hyperbole. Hyperbole exaggerates for emphasis through statements like, I am starving. Ay be, ano? Synecdoche and hyperbole are both literary devices, but they differ in how they use the language. Synecdoche, a part of something is used to represent the whole or vice versa. For example, hands can refer to I know. Hands can refer to workers. Wheels can refer to a car. So there's may pinanggalingan. Kunyari, yung kailangan ko pa magpakain ng maraming anak. I have so many mouths to feed. Ganon. Pero kapag hyperbole, I fed 1,000,000 mouth. Ganon. Siguro. I fed 2,000,000 mouths. Ganon. So I think naka-anim na tayo na figures of speech tonight. Okay na yun siguro. Next is 3 types of matter. 3 types of matter. First is solid. Ano ba yun? Solid, liquid, and gas. But you don't know? Don't you know? There's a 4th one. It's called plasma. Plasma is like magma. So, wait. Ano sample ng plasma? Plasma sample. Type of matter. Plasma sample. The 4th state of matter, along with solid, liquid, gases, is plasma. And some of the examples of plasma ay ito. Lightning, electricity traveling through the air that ionizes the lamp. Lightning is a plasma? Oh my God, all this time akala ko yung plasma magma. All this time akala ko yung plasma something na malagkit. I was wrong. Stars, including the sun, are made of plasma. So more on ano siya? Ilaw-ilaw. At apoy-apoy. At kuryente-kuryente. Comet tails. Comet tail. Comet tail. Yung mga latak. Plasma yun. Oh Oh my God, my life is a lie. Akala ko mga lava, plasma yun. Plasma TVs are artificially produced plasma? I thought you were joking. Aurora Borealis, plasma din yun. Holy shit. Akala ko talaga plasma is like liquid solid. You know. Light energy ang plasma. I swear to God, hindi ko alam. Akala ko yung magma sa volcano yan. Plasma yan. May natutunan ako ngayon. Solar wind is a plasma. Aurora is a plasma. Nuclear fireball is a plasma. Fluorescent light is a plasma. Lightning is a plasma. But they are all different in shape. In itsura. Plasma. Matter. Google image. Basta yung mga light energy, gano'n. Plasma yun. Okay. Parang kailangan ko na matulog. Natutunan ko yung plasma today. Good night, guys. I hope you have I hope you have had I hope you have had a good Christmas. And with that, we're gonna end with the Daily Stoic. We're gonna have had Lito na ako. We're gonna end with the Daily Stoic for all the eyes in this live. Nabobo na. Okay. Babi. Haba talaga. Haba. Ano to? Oblicon ba to? Thank you, Epiphany. Okay. There's a quote. The mind must be given relaxation. I think tama ka dyan. The mind must be given relaxation. It will rise improved and sharper after a good break. Just as rich fields must not be forced, for they will quickly lose their fertility if never given a break. So constant work on the anvil will fracture the force of the mind, but it regains its powers if it's set free and relaxed for a while. Constant work gives rise to certain kind of dullness and feebleness in the rational soul. So get enough rest and break. Yun lang naman ang point. The mind is a muscle. Like the rest, it can be strained, overworked, and even injured. Our physical health is also worn down by overcommitment, lack of rest, and bad habits. Remember the tall tale about John Henry, the man who challenged the machine. He died of exhaustion at the end. Don't forget that. Today, you may face things that try your patience, require considerable focus or clarity, or demand creative breakthroughs, like our jobs. Life is a long haul. It will mean many such moments. But are you willing to be able to handle them even if you've burned the candle at both ends? If you've been abusing and overworking your body, it ended with a question. Is it all worth it? That's one thought to ponder on. Pondered, have had pondered. Ano daw? Basically, never-ending challenges in our lives. Never-ending requirements, even for our work. To constantly think of breakthrough ideas, new approach, to be more competitive year on year. But at the end of the day, if grind ka lang ng grind and you don't have time to take a break and at least find peace in a noisy world, then you ask yourself, is it all worth it? Worth it pa ba siya at the end of the day? Ganon. Plasma. Happy birthday, Jesus. Good night, everybody. It was a good live. I hope you enjoyed. Kahit na hilo-hilo na tayo sa mga learnings today. At least naalala ko na yung meaning ng past tsaka past participle. Sana nag-enjoy kayo. Love you guys. Please watch my vlog and nag-post ako ng picture namin ni Pau Pau sa IG. Follow me at Benedict_Kua. That's it. Thank you so much for tonight. You are loved. Love you. Bye-bye. Proud of you. Bye.